The holiday season has traditionally been a time of reflection, so we thought we would read you a little Christmas story we prepared called Death of a Torture Victim. And it goes like this. The citizens of the homeland didn't hear about it when he died, and most of them wouldn't have cared. They should be grateful we're occupying their country, some said. We're building new roads and we're bringing them civilization. The senators spoke fine words, but when push came to shove, they always yielded their authority to the military to do whatever it wanted to do. And so it came to pass that one more body was broken and one more life was taken. You didn't need to profile him to know he was suspicious, more suspicious than most of the prisoners that were seized and taken to those infamous prisons. His religion, his ethnicity, and his Middle Eastern name made him suspect from the start. Worse, he was an ardent follower of his desert religion with its holy book full of blood crimes and beheadings, and he was an outspoken street speaker, part of a radical fringe that wanted the interlopers out of his country now. Then there was the matter of the one who turned him in to the authorities. A lot of the folks being carted off to those prisons had been caught in just the same way, with a denunciation from a neighbor, a family member, or a business rival. Many of them had never been fingered at all. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this guy looked suspicious with his crazy desert clothing and his long fanatic's beard. He didn't just challenge the foreign occupiers either. He denounced leaders of his own religion who he felt had become too comfortable with those who wielded power. Make no mistake, there were those among his people who would do bloody things, who would kill as many occupiers as they could. He wasn't one of them, but the torturers weren't very nice. They all looked pretty much the same under a hood anyway. They seized him one night and they took him to a secret prison where they beat and tortured him. They posed him in humiliating positions. The only reason they didn't videotape and photograph this ritualized pain was because there just weren't any cameras around. He was innocent. He had no intention of hurting anyone. He was more concerned with the well-being of his fellow detainees than he was with himself, but then that's just the kind of guy he was. There were others who were violent, who wanted to slaughter the invaders, but torturing him didn't help the occupiers find the ones planning to kill. It never has. It only adds converts to the rebellion. The torturers didn't understand that. They hadn't learned from those who had come before them, but then that's the thing about torturers. They never learn. Finally, they killed him. They assumed he would be scorned at best or ridiculed, and most of all, they assumed that he would be forgotten. But he wasn't. His words may have been forgotten among the powerful, but there are those among the powerless who whisper them still. Whatever you do to the least of these, he said, you do it to me. He also said, do unto others as you would have them do to you. Now, we offer this story not to lecture, not to scold, but just as an opportunity for reflection. We wish you the best. We hope our country can find its way in the year to come when it comes to the great moral challenges which are facing us today. In the meantime, we wish you peace on earth and goodwill to all, from Richard, RJ Eskow, and the 0 Hour.